Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from Page 6 written by Rebecca Rosenberg, published on October 10th. Harvey Weinstein's sexual assault case in danger of falling apart. And the reason why it is, and I called this from the fucking beginning, is these women pretty much all fucked and sucked their way to the top that are complaining about this Me Too shit in Hollywood. They're opportunistic fucking scumbags, like most people in Hollywood these days, and they saw an opportunity to advance their careers by taking the consensual sex they had with people like Harvey and crying victim. Which right here is why this is happening. The sexual assault case against Harvey Weinstein is in danger of crumbling after Manhattan prosecutors found an accuser's written account of her encounter with the movie mogul that suggests it was consensual, multiple sources told the Post. That's an understatement. She, I guess, almost to the point of bragging in her written account of how she fucked him or blew him, or it was blew him, to get a fucking job. Like, almost sounds like the way she wrote it down and talked about it, like she was proud of the fact that she sucked dick to get an acting gig. Lucia Evans has accused Weinstein of forcing her to perform oral sex on him inside his Tribeca office in 2004 when she was a 21-year-old college student and aspiring actress. She is one of the 3 women whose allegations of sexual assault are being prosecuted by Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus Vance Jr.'s office. Now, I called this shit. I think, I'm not looking at Weinstein as some innocent fucking, person here. He's a shitbag. He's a complete and total scumbag. Like most people in Hollywood. Like most people who seek fame. Like most people who seek power. At least the ones that you see in, say, corporate America or Hollywood or... and I'm not saying all, because, you got people who are in power that didn't seek it, per se. And they're generally they tend not to be like that. But a prior employer of Evans turned over the personal writings she left on the company computer, which appear to contradict her grand jury testimony, a law enforcement source said. Now, she was under oath. Why isn't she being charged? Oh, that's right. These days, when someone cries they were a victim, you're supposed to just believe them. And even when they're caught lying, you don't fucking apply the law equally. She literally wrote on a work computer about her sucking Weinstein's dick. And she probably, wrote into it how she felt she gave him the best blowjob he's ever gotten. The writings indicated it was consensual, friendly. A source told the Post. It has caused a split in the Manhattan District Attorney's office. Some believe the charges should be dropped and that there's a problem with this complainant. Well, of course. And what gets me is, the ones who are saying that the charges should be dropped are not misogynistic rape defenders. They're people who believe in the fucking Constitution, who believe in the rule of fucking law, who believe in the fact that you shouldn't be prosecuting prosecuting someone for a crime that they didn't fucking commit. He's a fucking scumbag, but he didn't rape these women. They sucked and fucked their way to the top, or attempted to suck their way to the top. It's pretty much a given that Jennifer fucking Lawrence sucked and or fucked him to get ahead. This is just how everything appears. When she ends up getting Hunger Games after having some time with Harvey in a meeting type situation. This is some fucked up shit. The guy's a scumbag, but the case is falling apart and they're still pushing for prosecution. Manhattan prosecutors ultimately decided not to drop Evans from the case despite some internal opposition. You literally have her talking about how she sucked his dick to get a job. And you're still going to have her on the case. Oh, wow. You're still going to have her as one of the victims listed in the case. Holy shit. The latest revelation comes after another damaging report that the NYPD's lead investigator in the case failed to turn over statements from a casting director who said Evans told him she had performed the sex act to score an acting gig. She made a choice. She said, hey, I suck dick. I can probably get a job acting. It's kind of like the idea of George Carlin's character in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. Sucking dick to get across the country. No different. Definitely it's the same principle. You're making a conscious choice. You have a choice. You know, you don't want the job. The chance of a guaranteed job, we'll say, because you could get it on your merits, but you suck dick, you move yourself up the list. Another source said the casting witness is a problem, but that it is still, he said, she said, is harder to explain away her own words. You mean like her own words in the fucking shit she wrote on her computer that contradicts everything you're trying to claim? That corroborates and backs up the other witness? Holy shit. The DA's office declined to comment for this article. Well, of course, because they're fucked right now. Their case is falling apart. They took and decided to prosecute Weinstein on some bullshit without properly fucking investigating. This Thursday, Manhattan Supreme Court Justice James Burke is expected to rule on whether to dismiss Count 6 of the indictment that relates to Evans, sources said. He'll also decide whether to lift the protective order, which allowed prosecutors to file the damning disclosure under seal. That's fucked up, that they were able to file it under seal. Weinstein's defense lawyer, Ben Brafman, has lobbied the judge to make them public, sources said. The former Miramax boss faces up to life in prison on charges of rape, predatory sex assault, and criminal sex acts for the alleged attacks on Evans and 2 other women. Yeah, and as we're going to see here, I believe they end up talking about another one of these women where the charges look really sketchy in regards to her too. In court papers, Brafman previously argued that the case against the Shakespeare in Love producer should be dismissed because prosecutors hid the fact that he had a long-term consensual relationship with one of the accusers. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That one should be thrown out too. If she's in a relationship with him, she didn't suck and fuck her way to the top. She might have sucked and fucked her way to the top, but she consensually did it because obviously she got into a relationship with him. If it wasn't consensual and she was forced, do you think she'd get into a relationship with him? Of course not. Unless she was maybe just getting into a relationship with him to advance her career even more. Huh? Definitely a possibility. Weinstein and the woman, whose name has not been released, exchanged 400 emails during the weeks and years after the alleged rape, the papers state. In a February 2017 email sent nearly 4 years after the alleged sex attack, she wrote, "I love you, always do, but I hate feeling like a booty call." Wow. Oh yeah. She was fucking raped. Yeah, my hairy ass. Assistant, this is, wow. Like I said, I think Weinstein is a complete and total fucking scumbag. But he didn't rape these women. It's pretty fucking clear at this point. I mean, 2 of them at least. The two major ones to their case. Assistant District Attorney Joan Illuzzi-Orbon, oh God, with that hyphenated name, probably a feminist, countered in court papers that none of the emails show the accuser denying that she was raped and insisted the presentation to the grand jury was fair and complete. Bullshit. Oh yeah, this is a feminist who's trying to play fucking shady right here. Alright? Because the thing is, grand jury should have been made aware of those 400 emails. Or over 400, or how many ever it was. It's 400 plus, we'll say. They should have been made aware of the content of those emails. Because if she was raped, she's not going to end up in a relationship with her attacker. And if I was on the grand jury, which they probably would have looked at me where I appear as, you know, white and I'm cis and all that other bullshit. I mean, I'm more white than anything. I mean, I've got a bit of Canadian and American Indian. I mean, besides some other things. I am a mutt. But I appear white, not lily white, Irish white, but white. They'd see that, see I'm a cis male, and be like, no, you can't be part of this. Because I'd be like, look, I think he's a fucking scumbag, but this shit right here, yeah, can't convict on that. And I think that's why she didn't give the emails, because she knew if the emails were put as part of the grand jury, they wouldn't have a case. So she's trying to claim it was fair and complete, but she's withholding evidence so she can get an indictment. The third complaint, production assistant Mimi Helye alleges that Weinstein forcibly performed oral sex on her in 2006 inside his Soho home. Now, I'd like to find more context on that one, because 2 out of 3 are false accusations at this point. I'm wondering if it would be 3 out of 3. Does she have any evidence? I mean, rape is a horrible, vile thing that no one should ever go through. Man, woman, wonderkin, whatever. But what evidence do they have? All their evidence has been complete bullshit with the other 2 women. What do they physically have with her? My client has sacrificed everything for her day in court to hold Harvey Weinstein responsible for sexual assault, said Evans's lawyer, Kerry Goldberg. Getting to the truth is the very purpose of trials, and we have utmost confidence that our testimony and supporting evidence will prove his guilt. Are you kidding me? Your client should be charged with filing false reports, with fucking perjury and a bunch of other shit. Your client wrote how, on a company computer, how she sucked his dick to get an acting job. How she chose to. She had mentioned it to other people. As I said, Weinstein's a fucking scumbag. But if you look, the Me Too shit's falling apart. That's why I'm doing this, because Weinstein's accusers are turning out to be as I called them in the beginning. When I saw this shit going down, I said, these are women who tried to suck and fuck their way to the top. Sure enough, women who tried to suck and fuck their way to the top. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here.
Follow the rules of the book, and you get where you're going in no time. Excuse me.
If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.